Why are we all here? Why did all these speakers fly here from all over the country? Why did I fly here from Phoenix to spend 10 minutes with you? It's because we all understand and believe that education can change the world. Education has the ability to impact students in remarkable ways. And we all understand that. Education impacts our students, it impacts their families, it impacts their communities, it impacts our economy, it impacts our country. And this is just not a feel-good impact, this is real business. For example, we know that high school dropouts tend to be unemployed or have a greater chance of being unemployed. Or if they do have jobs, they earn less money. High school dropouts make up 75% of our state prison inmates, 60% of our federal inmates. And we know that even just graduating from high school isn't good enough. We understand that we have to go beyond high school because we see the numbers. For example, we know that a young adult that has a college degree earns about $48,000 a year compared to $30,000 from someone who graduates from high school. That's a 57% difference in earning. That is the power that education has. That's the impact that education can have. Education disrupts poverty. Education is a silver bullet. Now, I know this firsthand because I've gone through this experience. I am a first-generation American, born and raised in Hell's Kitchen, New York. Born to a single mother, no father, grew up on welfare, food stamps, the whole package. Showed up to PS 111 that you see here, and there's a good chance that's me in the blue shirt there playing. And I showed up to PS 111, and they said, "Welcome to PS 111." And I said, "¿Qué?" And so English is my second language. And Hell's Kitchen was not the nicest place to grow up in the 70s and 80s. And I wanted out. And I saw education as my way out. But I needed two things. One, I needed a really good reality distortion field. And I needed some help. And I got some help because I was lucky enough to have some amazing teachers. Like my fourth grade teacher, who would hand me back papers with so much red ink on them, I thought she was using a paintbrush. With phrases that said, "You can do better, what's this about?" And these were for the B's that I got. Or my sixth grade teacher who showed me how to be creative and taught me to never say I didn't know how to do anything, but instead say, you just have to learn how to do something. Or my ninth grade teacher who showed me math in a way that I had never seen before because I was bad at math. And until he showed me how to do this, I didn't understand what math was. These folks, these amazing teachers, were the rungs of the ladder that helped me climb out of Hell's Kitchen. And so for all the Jamies that you have in your classrooms today, I'm here to say thank you. Because that impact that you have isn't just for our students. That impact that you have for your students goes beyond that. Because now I have I have 3 kids. You'll understand why. Because I have a 22-year-old, I have a 13-year-old, and I got a brand new model, a 4-month-old. So yeah, I don't like kids very much. I spread them out as much as I possibly can. But my 22-year-old is about to graduate from college. And I never told her she had to go. She just assumed she was going. She assumed she was going because I went, and everyone around her went. She assumes she's going to graduate school because I went to graduate school. She assumes I'm paying for it. But that's not necessarily a bad problem to have. My 13-year-old is even bigger problem. I have bigger problems with my 13-year-old. He doesn't want to go to high school at all. He throws his 13th grade reading level and his 13th grade math level in my face at least monthly. I hate assessments. And we don't even know the expectations that we have for our 4-month-old is amazing. Their perspective, their point of view is so fundamentally different than it was for me growing up. That's the real impact that you have. It's not just for those students that you have in your classes, it's for their families, for generations and generations to come. And so it's really important to understand and to focus on if education is that important, has that kind of impact, we got to make sure that we're focused on not just today, but the future. And so when I talk to students, I don't ask them what they want to be when they grow up. There's a really good chance that the job that they're going to be doesn't exist today. There's a really good chance that what they're going to be working on is going to involve technologies and advancements in science that we haven't discovered yet. So instead, I ask students, what problem do you want to solve? What problem spins in your head? What are the knowledge, skills, and abilities that you need to solve that problem? What can you read? What books should you be reading? What research should you focus on? What blog should you be reading and subscribe to? Who should you be following on Twitter and LinkedIn? You see, when you ask a student, what problem do you want to solve, you empower them with autonomy because they control their education. When you ask a student what problem they want to solve, you're giving them purpose. And when you ask them what are the knowledge, skills, and abilities they need, you're giving them the opportunity to master those skills. And all our students have that capability. For example, these are students from the Google Science Fair. You know, they try to solve a couple of problems. One, for example, created bioplastics from banana peels. And the other one, it created the ability to light up a flashlight with just the heat of a human hand, giving us the opportunity to give electricity and light to 1.4 billion people that don't have electricity. I believe that young people have the extraordinary ability to be amazing, and we have to give them that opportunity. Now, the really exciting news is that we are at a point in time where we have the possibility to fill that capability. Because for most of history, where you were born, your family you were born into, the proximity to books and libraries determine your academic success. And this was true in my lifetime. This is inside the Columbus Library on 51st Street and 10th Avenue. This was my resource center. This is where I had to go get books. This is where I had to go get research for everyone in my community. And it wasn't the best place to get resources. It would close at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It wasn't open on the weekends. It wasn't the most useful place to get information. And if you found a book that you were looking for through the card catalog, you would go look for the book, and there was a good chance it wasn't there because another student also had the idea to write their report on hummingbirds. Today, we have 100 million Columbus libraries at our fingertips. We have all the world's information at our fingertips, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This technology has happened so fast that we don't even recognize it. And I have to ask myself, why does my 13-year-old's classroom look basically the same as my classroom did 100 years ago when I was in 8th grade? Why aren't we taking advantage of this technology? Why aren't we taking advantage of their ability to understand that the world, they don't know that the world existed before Google. They don't know that the world existed before smartphones and tablets and all these other things that we have today. We have to find ways to take advantage of this technology. And this has happened in almost every other part of our life. How many of you have not used technology today? How many of you have not used the web today? Most of us are on the web when we wake up in the morning, and we still have little crusties in our eyeballs, and we're on the internet. How long did that take us? A couple years. The iPhone is 7 years old. The BlackBerry, which is now a dinosaur, is like 12 years old. I mean, do you remember we used to have to call the internet? With our home phones? And the internet was rude. It was busy. Hi, you've reached the internet. I can't talk right now. Or you would finally get on and pray that nobody walked into the kitchen and picked up that yellow phone and knocked you off the internet. And what was our reward when we finally got on? A bunch of pages that had words with links to other pages that had words and links. And every once in a while, there would be a picture posted, and you get all excited. Like, oh, there's a picture coming. Well, look, come wait. It's going to be 30 minutes, but there's a picture coming. And today, what is our expectation? I've seen teachers, the nicest people in the world, turn into a mob when the technology wasn't good enough. We have to take advantage of this. And what we need more than anything in education is this ability to iterate and innovate. Because that is the most important thing that we have to do. Teachers are taking technology and innovating and iterating in education. And we're seeing new models, whether it's inquiry-based learning, problem-solve-based learning, blended learning models, and all these other things that aren't necessarily new, but technology helps us bring these models to life. And that's what we need to be able to do with education. Because technology is not the silver bullet. Technology is an enabling and supporting capability. Lots of people think that technology is the solution. Technology is not the silver bullet. Technology is there to support and enable what is the silver bullet, and that is great education. And great education does not come from technology. Great education comes from great teachers. And at the end of the day, nothing is more important in education than having a great teacher in a classroom. Because for many of these students, you are the people who believe in them. You are the folks who give them confidence. And for many, especially for kids who are growing up like I grew up, and for many of those, whether you like it or not, you are the most important adult in that kid's life. You are the person who makes them feel like they have the capacity and the capability to learn. You are the first person to believe in us. You are the first person to get the very best from us. And for that, I thank you very much. Thank you.